We will see, as we are going to be getting into game number 1 of our fresh series, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out ESL, we have the South Korean Terran player residing in the land of Japan, representing Prep Esports. It is HonMonO.
And spawning in the top right hand corner as the blue Protoss playing for Good Game Gaming, it is Nice. Tried to do it quickly because there are workers out on the map.
I fully understand. That's why I didn't immediately go towards the player, because I was distracted by the SCV. I apologize for that. Oh my god. So far, Nice being a little bit annoying already with his first probe. Does force a couple of SCVs on the line. It's so annoying to deal with, but doesn't matter because HonMonO has got his SCV chilling here.
Yeah, very aggressive positioning here. And it is just an eBay block, but we did see... Was there a second SCV going out on the map as well?
Just one.
Okay, I'm seeing things. I'm seeing what I want to see.
Oh god, only one, unfortunately, is Nice again just being a little bit aggressive. Looking at the vision of Nice, he still has not spotted that there is an NG bay on the way, and this is gonna get quite high when it comes to the HP.
Yeah, a lot of build time there, so taking that base pretty much not an option anymore for Nice, and he will see it now. Yeah, I think he should be okay just to take the third. It's usually not too much of an issue.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but you know, it's one of those things as a Zerg player, it's like, yeah, take that. How does it feel to get your natural denied, huh?
The unnatural natural is something very familiar for Zerg players. So.
The unnatural natural is the base closest to you nowadays, mate. It feels bad, man.
It's not Zerg property, that's Protoss property, okay?
It really is,
It's okay, it's gonna be okay. We'll get through this line.
Oh god. As we do see HonMonO playing it safe as well, going for a high ground expansion, and behind this, throwing down a second Rax.
Yeah, actually going into a 3 Rax, which is oh, okay, I was wrong, never mind. I was gonna say, not usually what you would expect when you do force the third to be taken as a natural. There are some disadvantages of taking the third as your natural, in that the defense becomes really awkward, kind of splitting your forces in between the two, which can make something like a Hellion drop or even just a standard Hellion run by really annoying to deal with. But definitely something a bit different coming out from HonMonO.
Definitely. As Nice does kind of go and hug up this ramp, he does see the CC being built. So in Nice's mind, I'm sure he's breathing a sigh of relief. There's no one base all-in coming his way. But on the horizon, you think HonMonO's going to pull the boys?
All roads lead to boy pool.
True. Oh god, so far the mic is looking pretty good for Nice, though, as he does already pick up one of these Marines. The second Marine goes down, and we could, oh my god, 3 Marines in total. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward move out with the Marines there, just kind of getting them a little bit stuck with the gateway units, and Nice's micro is more than up to the task.
It really is, and you know what? He is not stopping, because behind this, he's throwing down 2 more gates, 3 gates in total. Went for a robo opening with this Warp Prism. He is looking to be hyper aggressive with these gateway units. I kind of like this turn of events, because this is going to force HonMonO to kind of stay at home, and it's going to allow Nice to actually establish this natural base in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you do get forced to take this awkward base like this can be one of the ways that you can play it out, is not having an awkward defense by being the one that's attacking. And it looks like he's even cut probes pretty aggressively leading into this timing.
Oh yeah, only 2 workers there at the natural base. The Stalkers are already here. Warp Prism's about to rock up as well. He can warp in 3 Stalkers at a time. And what do we have here at home to defend? Unfortunately, no tech lab on that factory, no tank whatsoever to help push all this back.
Yeah, warping in the extra Stalkers there, and he's going to jump straight on these Marines. Bit of that blink micro with the Prism, and this is already so awkward to defend.
Yeah, exactly. This may just be too much. Marines are falling left and right. Boys are going to have to be pulled here. Stim is still nowhere near being done, and this feels like too much damage.
Yeah, Nice coming in here with a little bit of a skill check, and that's no disrespect to HonMonO at all. Very strong player, but especially in the Taiwan and also in the Korea region, this can be a way that people like to open up a series, just test the micro of the other player. Yeah, Nice's micro Not perfect here, but looks like it's going to be enough to get the job done.
Yeah, exactly. 14 SCVs go down. Essentially, every single Marine has fallen as well. We do have a couple of Marauders coming into play, and they're doing what they can. As you said, a couple of Stalkers are getting picked off, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The tank finally does come out, but GG gets called.
Yeah, too much damage there in the end. Stim finishing with only 4 bio units left, and with all the workers going down with no timing left, GG has to be called.
Exactly. I thought there was a nice kind of opener here for HonMonO with... What's wrong with you? I thought there was a pleasant opener for HonMonO with the Eve. But our Taiwanese Protoss had a really, really good response to it, as we were seeing with his like just hyper aggression, cutting probes, just going for those stalkers. Something that clearly HonMonO was not anticipating.
Yeah, just a lot of, like we were saying, the killer instinct of HonMonO before. Nice says, "Hold my beer, hold my soju," and he gets in there and doesn't have to deal with the defense back at home just by being the one attacking. And this can be one of the, I find this, I'm sure HonMonO, being such a good player, doesn't really find this himself, but I find when I eBay block, I don't really know what's going on with the Protoss because there's so many different directions they can go, and sometimes you think that you've put them back and they just kill you like that.
Yeah, it can be really risky, right? Because you do give up a lot of that scouting information. You are in a way kind of playing a little bit blind, as we saw there. But that was only game number 1. We can still see a comeback, a return to normalcy. That's what I would love to see, especially because once again, I love this is why I love the Taiwanese scene. I also love the Korean scene, mate. They're not afraid of these new maps, mate.
No, they welcome it, and we are seeing Moon Dancer, I believe you like to call it, coming up first.
My Yaku. That's what he was calling.
Oh no. And this is a very interesting map. I think this is one of my favorites so far out of the new map pool, just because you do see something a little bit different every time with this map. With that back base that has only 6 minerals and 1 gas, there's a lot of different options for how you can play this out.
Oh yeah, very different options. It does feel like a relatively short rush since we've seen a lot of like Zerg players go for these all-ins. We've seen, some safe third bases as well. We've seen some unscattered thirds. We've seen some proxies. We've seen so much here. We've also seen a lot of players veto, but not these players.
Yeah, they're not afraid, man. They're not afraid.
And speaking of not being afraid, we have the player with no fear spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance ESL. We have the Korean Terran player residing in the land of Japan, representing Preppy Sports. It is HonMonO.
And spawning up in the top left with a 1-0 lead, it is the Blue Protoss. He is joyous, he is good, he is nice.
Nice.
Oh, it's pleasant. That was the word.
There
pleasant.
you go. Oh my god. And he has a team as well. You didn't say his
Let's
team?
go. Good Game Gaming, the goodest of gamers. And we are seeing already being such a nuisance with this probe. I call this the Curry probe because Stephen Curry, another player, a Korean Protoss, he does this every game and it is so annoying.
Yeah, and I mean, Nice did this in the previous game as well. He just comes in, he just kind of, he bullies the Terran a little bit here. You need a second, a third, a fourth SCV to try and keep all of this alive. Oh god. Thankfully, so far, HonMonO hasn't lost anything.
You know what, lad? I think it's not very nice.
Yeah, of course you would say that. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm gonna do this next time I play Protoss.
Oh.
On the eBay block again, and nowhere near as much health on it this time, and Nice just completely ignores it, takes his third. He looks very comfortable playing from this game state.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, this happened last game, that's fine, you know, I won once, I'll do it again. Oh god. So a very quick response, as you were saying, by Nice. I guess what we are looking at is how will Nice respond this time. We saw him go for a robo opening in the previous game. What about game number 2?
Yeah, so HonMonO straight away scouting the third, and we might see him throw down a bunker here, seeing as he started with the Reaper opening, but no bunker yet. Just gonna bring the Reaper and the SCV together. So I actually like this a little bit more as a start for HonMonO, and he does, yeah, look to throw down that bunker.
Oh, yeah, I like this as well. You know, with the Reaper, now he has a little bit of added scouting information so we can see what the follow-up is, so he can be better prepared for it. Meanwhile, has to be a little bit careful here. The Adept making a beeline for the SCV, and it looks like he will get the SCV.
Yeah, nicely handled there, and we're seeing a little bit of a different approach coming out here already from Nice. But HonMonO doesn't get the scout quite, does he?
No, he does not. He saw the gateway, he saw the pylon, that is it. He's being zoned away by this Adept. The Adept attempting to hunt him down. As you were saying, we do have a Stargate opener. This still has not been scouted by our Terran, though.
Yeah, very nice anticipation and movement coming out from Nice just to deal with that himself, but... Oh, and he will lose the Reaper. A little bit of clumsy micro there coming out, but he does have his own plans coming along nicely in his own base.
Yeah, exactly. He may not have scouted with the Reaper, but he may scout with the drop instead. Oh, but these Adepts actually come in and they will be able to force a delay on the factory. May do it again as well. Have to be careful. Widow Mines have been revealed.
Yeah, and he is looking for that same micro trick that we saw before. Just being a real nuisance with these Adepts so far. And if he can get a bit of extra damage on these mines using this trick, that will be very good for him.
Yeah, exactly. Behind this, oh my god. We do see him. Oh, almost get a kill on that Widow Mine. Now we have a third Adept as well. I love it. He pulls back the weak. Is he going to repair it? He is!
Let's go. But meanwhile, yeah, these Adepts are such a pain. Really delays the plans of HonMonO, and all the Void Ray coming out here now. I think he might look to snipe the medevac with that, and that is such a nuisance.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, 1 or 2 Widow Mines do connect with these Adepts. The rest of them are going to have to fall back, though, and now the Void Ray does rock up. But is he prepared for this minefield?
Yeah, this is such an aggressive approach coming out from Nice, and I really like it from him. Just completely delaying all the plans, and he might even try to drag this mine onto the SCVs.
Yeah, the friendly fire has to be so careful with this. 2 more mines are going to be able to borrow here, and it looks like they will not get off.
Yeah, very precise from there. Nice knows how much time he has to deal with. Oh, and he does eat a mine there, though.
Does take a mine to the face. At the same time, looks like the reactor is going to go down. The Adepts are going to be able to flood on in. The repair is not fast enough. At the same time, though, across the map, the Widow Mine drop is here.
Yeah, let's see how good the splits are. Oh, very close to dragging that mine into the rest of the... Ooh! Oh, that could have been a disaster there, but he does have the cannon ready, and very clean defense so far here from Nice. Doesn't manage to take too much damage. 4 probes with 4 mines, and that's enough to GG.
GG, wow. Well played. HonMonO never stopped making mines, by the way. That was crazy.
I feel like I was completely tripping over my words at the end there, just because there was everything happening all at once, and Nice just putting on a huge amount of pressure, just sees the weakness in the build, pounces on it, and was just non-stop with the Adept Void Ray pressure. Yeah,
it was really smart play, something you don't see too often. Even though he went for a Stargate opener, as soon as he recognized what was happening, mate, he just went across the map with his Adepts. He shut down the bunker pressure, so he knew that he had map control. He killed the Reaper as well, and went straight for those Void Rays. There was some really fancy micro between both players when it came to like avoiding mine shots and repairing mines as well. There was a nice back and forth there. But as we saw, like, it wasn't really worth it in the end when Nice didn't take any damage across the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're going for a build like that as HonMonO, you kind of envision bullying the Protoss. You want to be the one that's in control. You're dropping mines in one base, and then the next medevac comes in and drops mines in the next base, and you're just like non-stop with this aggression. But he just never really got to take off in that way.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, but congratulations to Nice. He will move on in the bracket to the upper bracket finals, where he's going to be waiting for a little bit as we are diving in mid-series. We already have another game. Oh, We're diving into game number 2 between Rex versus Eternity.